I kind of feel like all these facilities are here just to make you feel like they're gonna help, but they're really, if you can keep your mom at home, try your best to. I wish I did.
Drawn to gleaming facilities with resort-like amenities, thousands of people have entrusted their aging spouses, parents, and grandparents to assisted living and large personal care homes that have popped up across Georgia in recent years. While the price is steep, families pay $3,000 to $8,000 a month, it's worth it for many seeking security and peace of mind. But too often, families have found an overburdened staff where loved ones were met with callousness or ineptitude while safeguards were ignored and promises broken. Many of the roughly 400 large facilities across Georgia offer quality service with dedicated caregivers, but the AJC investigation identified more than 600 allegations involving neglect and 90 of abuse by caregivers in the past 4 years. Falls are an especially pervasive and deadly risk across the system. Because many cases of serious falls go unreported to the state, no one knows the scope of the problem. The failure to report at Mountain View Personal Care Home in DeKalb carried a heavy cost for Lorna Record, a retired paralegal. When the 71-year-old arrived at the facility 3 years ago, it already had a history of not documenting harm. All told, regulators cited the home for 11 violations the year before Record arrived. Record's only daughter, Annette Coleman, knew nothing of the problems when she moved her mom to the home. Record had dementia, was blind due to cataracts, and had trouble speaking. She had a history of falls when she arrived in August 2016. 3 weeks later, Coleman grew alarmed when Record seemed to be in agony.
I went up there to find out what happened. Everyone was there, but no, I don't know, even including the person that said that she would take care of my mom. She tried to avoid me, but she chimed in every now and then. She didn't fall, I don't know what happened. Anyone that came, no, she's just not feeling good. Then the hospice lady, she has a urinary, out of nowhere, I've never seen her before. She came over, she was like, listen, mom has a urinary tract infection. We gave her antibiotics. Please, just let it work. Finally, one of the hospice ladies said, we do x-rays. Well, why didn't you do that in the beginning? So once she got tired of me demanding, she revealed that we can get an x-ray. So then they got the x-ray and she called back and told me, your mom has a broken hip. And then everyone started ratting everyone out.
They let her sit with a fractured hip for 9 days.
Record was taken to DeKalb Medical Center and a few days later had surgery. She died 3 months after the fall.
There was an autopsy that was performed because she passed it outside of the facility in someone's home. And the autopsy report shows that a significant contributing factor to her death was the fractured hip.
State records indicate Mountain View was less than forthright with Coleman.
They still deny today that she had a fall.
The state cited the facility for failing to give proper care and failing to take appropriate action when Record's condition changed. Coleman is still anguished at the thought of her mother's suffering.
And again, that was the only choice, is to get help. Anything to ease your mind, I guess. I tried, it don't matter. I kind of feel like all these facilities are here just to make you feel like they're gonna help, but they're really, if you can keep your mom at home, try your best to. I wish I did.
While abuse is less common than neglect, the cases demonstrate disturbing breakdowns with caregivers robbing vulnerable residents of their dignity and subjecting them to physical pain. More than 100 residents were reportedly abused by workers of assisted living and large personal care homes over the past 4 years, the AJC found in examining police and DCH reports. Arbor Terrace in Decatur received a state citation in March 2018 after an aide was accused of abusing a resident late at night. 9 months earlier, a separate allegation of abuse involving 2 other employees surfaced on the night shift. Police were called to the memory care unit after an 82-year-old resident with dementia said an employee on the night shift broke her arm. Resident Patricia Reed, a retired Agnes Scott English professor, told police after she confronted the woman about making too much noise late at night. The woman twisted her arm and she fell to the floor. Police arrested medical technician Natasha Lewis and charged her with neglect and abuse. They also arrested another employee, Mary Harvey, who police say witnessed the abuse and failed to report it. Both women denied harming Reed, but they said they entered plea deals last year to avoid the possibility of time in prison. Harvey told the AJC that Arbor Terrace was in turmoil at the time of the alleged incident, and she felt railroaded by its management.
I get a call from Fatima. She tells me, Mary, you've been suspended. I'm like, for what? She said, for an allegation you, Tasha, drugged Miss Reed down the hallway and broke her arm. I said, that never happened. I was so upset. I'm like, how did you guys get that? I don't know where they got that at. How did it get here? I was so upset. I was so upset. I'm like, dang, they're gonna say that we did something to this little lady.
She said she still regrets pleading to a misdemeanor and not fighting the charges in court. In response to questions by the AJC, including how the company hired Lewis even though she had been convicted of robbery with a firearm in Florida in 2000, a company spokeswoman said employee background checks and employment guidelines meet and exceed the standards set by state law. The facility said, quote, "We're proud that we are able to offer our residents improved quality of life."